Look at the news. Wars in the Middle East, drone swarms in the Red Sea, and here at home, a nation tearing itself apart over an election. We are all asking the same question: who can save us? We are desperate for a strongman, a leader who can secure the border and fix the economy. But this isn't new. This is exactly how the book of 1 Samuel begins. Today we are going to learn why Israel traded their freedom for a king, and why making that same trade in 2026 is a trap that will cost you everything. To understand 1 Samuel, you have to understand the Great Exchange. In chapter 8, the people reject God as their king. They tell the prophet Samuel, "Make us a king to judge us like all the other nations." They didn't want to be different. They wanted to be safe. They wanted a politician to fight their battles so they didn't have to have faith. God warned them in verse 11, "This will be the behavior of the king. He will take your sons for his chariots. He will take your fields, and you will cry out in that day." Here is the lesson. When you look to the White House to provide what only God can provide, you don't get salvation, you get slavery. We are seeing it today. More government, less freedom, and more anxiety. So God gave them what they wanted. King Saul, he was the prototype of the modern politician. Tall, handsome, polled well. But 1 Samuel teaches us that charisma is not character. Saul governed by fear. He built monuments to himself. He cared more about what the people thought than what God said. Then you have David. He wasn't in the palace, he was in the pasture. He wasn't wearing armor, he was holding a shepherd's staff. The theology here is crucial. Man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. If you are worried about the future of this country, stop looking at the candidate's image and start looking for the David heart. God doesn't save nations through the guy with the most votes. He saves them through the remnant with the most faith. Finally, look at the war. In chapter 17, the whole army is paralyzed by Goliath. They tried to fight a spiritual battle with physical armor, and they failed. Today, the US is spending billions to fight drones and ideologies, and we are losing ground. Why? Because you cannot fight a spiritual war with a physical checkbook. David won because he knew the covenant. He didn't say, "I have a better rock." He said, "You come to me with a sword, but I come to you in the name of the Lord." That is your solution for 2026. Stop trusting in the chariots of politics. Start trusting in the name. The political trap is real, but the rock is solid. Don't let the headlines fool you. Leaders rise and fall, but the word remains. If this helped you see the news through a biblical lens, subscribe and join us tomorrow for part 2, the Civil War.